Hey, we're in Grand Central Station, New York City. It's where it all happens.
I think the Grand Central is the sort of, the sort of symbolic place in New York. Everyone goes through there every day. People come in and out of the city. It's a place of, it's a real hustle and bustle. It's a place for doers.
This is our coming out party.
When you go into Grand Central, there's a couple different pieces. One, there's the big promenade. Everyone knows what that is. You're walking in, then you're walking to the subway. As you're walking to the subway, the steps, the pillars.
YP Brand's taking this place over. If you come with me, I'll show you what we're doing downstairs in MTA. We've taken over signage, poles, wrapped the shuttle train. Come on, I'll show you the way.
But then as soon as you start going into the station, you see something, this surprise. You start seeing YP yellow and the new logo and that solid black with the line underneath it. And you start looking around and saying, wow, there's something exciting going on here. And you start going through the subways and seeing you have these beautiful posters coming down with these whimsical, fun sayings. And you start to realize you're surrounded by a brand that really, really has something to say and help me.
We spent months working on this campaign with copywriters and art directors and media people, and to come down here today and actually see it face to face, that's a really big moment.
So what's really amazing about what's happening in Grand Central is it's the first time that we're seeing all the elements come together in perfect concert, meaning that it's the brand expression as we hoped it would happen. The use of the yellow line is a disruptive visual element. It's also the way that the brand voice finally takes form in these beautifully crafted headlines by Barrett, which really showcase this idea of YP as the brevity brand. Other brands will talk a lot, will use a lot of fluffy jargon. YP will get to the point and allow you to get some of your time back.
As we walk around Grand Central, you're going to see signs like this. You're then going to start seeing other signage that go into more specifics. 103,000 travel agents. How about 107,000 pharmacies? How about 18 million local businesses? YP, it's a new way to do.
YP, the new way to do, genius. Takes away that time gap and it yells at you to basically say, clean up your act, get this app.
Who isn't a doer in New York City? This is the app for you to use.
A doer is every single person I know.
Everybody's talking about YP, so it's definitely the talked about brand in New York City right now. I think it's the amount of market penetration in terms of bus shelters to Grand Central to a lot of the different touch points that people are seeing.
The takeovers in New York and the fact that we're really kind of owning local cultural space really create a great link between the brand and the community on the ground.
The color yellow is something that we spent a lot of time with. I think historically speaking, the legacy of the yellow pages is that yellow was everywhere, and that yellow was the sort of the flood color that we use for everything. The determination with this was that actually yellow should be used far more intentionally. Yellow is the color of optimism, it's the color of doing, it's the color of navigation, it's the color of road signs, it's the color to flag what's important. And so we wanted to make sure that yellow was used not in a sparing way, but in a very intentional way to signify what was important and to symbolize getting something done.
Yellow was an interesting color for us. Obviously, it's part of our heritage, but that didn't mean that we were going to let it stick. What we found was that the doer, which is the person we're going after, someone who likes to get a lot of stuff done, they tend to respond to the color yellow, right? And if you look around, you'll see that yellow is the color of doing. It's for wayfinding. It's for action. It says things are important. So for us, the mark of the doer had to include the color yellow. The fact that it helped us connect back to our heritage, just a big plus there. This entire train is wrapped YP. Every car on this train is wrapped YP.
The seats are now yellow. them a kind of the drab color they usually are. The whole outside of the shuttle is like this billboard for YP, and the messaging all inside the shuttle is all about the things you should know about YP to get it done.
So in addition to being underground, we're also above ground, right? We're going to be in over 200 events.
We've got 4 main cities that we're working out of right now: New York, San Fran, LA, and Atlanta. We're doing anything from a farmer's market to Oakland A's baseball to, the local chili cook-offs. We have anywhere from 15 to 20 people within each one of those cities that have been trained under what YP is, what the brand is, what we're trying to accomplish, what the goals, messaging, etc. is.
They are in an all-black uniform, so the yellow bout represents the yellow line in the YP logo, and it's meant for them to stand out, and it's just, you're highlighting it off, you're getting it done, you're marking it off your list.
Hi, we're here in Oakland today at the Coliseum where the Oakland A's are playing.
Right now we are at the Long Beach Lobster Festival.
I'm Chris, I'm here at Six Flags Atlanta. We're here with our YP app that everyone's loving, and we're doers.
We're at the Ghirardelli Chocolate Festival.
My wife and I were walking through one of the farmers markets the other day, and the YP street teams were there, and they were out in force. And I went up to them and asked them sort of what YP was all about, kind of playing it dumb. And the guy was able to give me a really great story about how YP was all about doing, YP was all about getting things done, about 18 million businesses in one app. And I saw a whole bunch of people out there sort of walking around with the tote bags and everything. Just it looked very at home in that surrounding. So it feels local, it feels active, it feels like doing.
We've got a great partnership with Eco Media. They're helping us be doers, right? As a brand, if we want to attract doers, we have to be doers ourselves.
YP is not only through their ad campaign inspiring people to do, but they're actually using the campaign to do.
So for YP, we are creating these wonderful projects that will bring doers together. So in each market we go to, in New York, San Francisco, LA, Atlanta, we're going to create a community project that each city has identified as wanting to get done, that allow YP to become part of that experience and leave a lasting legacy now in that market.
There's a real, I think, match between inspiring people to do things and to build their businesses and improve their communities, but when their ad campaign is in itself an expression of doing, I think it gives real authenticity and credibility to that tagline and to that mission.